good.
Okay. So, it's a little short video, folks. I'm gonna play. It's only 3 minutes and 42 seconds. Yeah, Sam. I was up to say, Sam, what the fuck are you doing here? You have a date. What the fuck's going on? If I was you, I would be going like and rubbing one out, just so I could have one like ready in the chamber, like the good one. That's just me. 30 minutes is plenty of time to rub one out. That's just me though. So in the meantime, I figured why not? Why not see where this goes? Because it's already gone to a really, really funny, really strange place already. And so we got the blue barrels front and center. Let me it's a part of a Kevin Hart, or excuse me, like Kevin Hart. Cat Williams joke. There we go. That's a bit better. So we got left Lucy here. There she is, making Gman jealous, molesting his barrel without him being around. Yep, it's happening. Okay, that's enough of that. All right. So now we've gone from Jade is a practicing homosexual. I'm going to put practicing in inverted commas. To we've gone to something else, because now G-Man understands what the word practicing means. So we've gotten over that first hurdle. Congratulations, folks. We're halfway home. So now, since he understands what the word practicing means, and he understands a new word now, celibate, and he understands, I believe he understands these words in context, referring to Jade's sexual orientation and her level of sexual activity. Let's see if he can actually put those together and acknowledge that he had her wrong. Like he was actually in error. Like he made an error, just assuming that she was actively practicing homosexuality, rather than just having a natural attraction to other women. So let's hear G-Man and his newfound knowledge.
This is going to be a short video. This ain't going to be very long, because I can't be on here that long. I got things in here I got to do. But a lot of people...
Y'all want to have a hangout? I can do it. Sure.
The video I made about Jade not being a Christian because she willfully and openly practices...
Actually, you know what? Do you guys just want to make this an open hangout? Is that what folks want? And I'll just invite folks in, and you guys can voice your opinions about this latest fiasco. Is that what folks want to do? Because we can do that. That's not a problem. I have no problem. I have my water here, so, and it's cold. If it's only evidence is going to sexually harass me in a side chat. So I need an adult. I need someone who's going to protect me. Want to sleep later? Oh, okay. See, all the people who are going to join can't join. We'll do something Friday when people have time. Well, because I think this is going to get more interesting as the week progresses. So yeah, I don't want you violently coughing in my direction. No, that's okay. So we'll probably do something maybe Friday. We'll see. Steve will join. How do I do? Oh, Steve, you probably never actually been in a hangout. Okay. You know what? Yeah, we'll hold off. I'll just make this a short video. But then as things we'll do a recap at the end of the week and invite some folks in. Hell, I might even get JD to open up a Friday special show just to talk about this stupid shit, because we really didn't get to go into it on Talking Shit Tuesday. There were so many other things happening. So, but this is just funny. Like it's. Does it look like he's been losing sleep? Shit, or is his age showing? God damn. Can I get my man some melatonin or something? Jesus.
Well, she willfully is a lesbian and is a practicing Roman Catholic at the same time. And
wait, did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch that? Hold on. Because we went from practicing homosexual to practicing Roman Catholic.
This is just going to be a short video. This ain't going to be very long, because I can't be on here that long. I got things in here I got to do. But a lot of people seem to be pretty upset about the video I made about Jade not being a Christian, because she willfully and openly practices. She willfully.
He had to stop himself. He had to stop himself right there. He almost went back to it. Oh man, that's funny.
Is a lesbian and is a practicing Roman Catholic at the same time, and the woman wants to be respected as a Christian. The only way that can be accepted if you can actually prove that homosexuality is not a sin. If you can prove that homosexuality is not a sin, then I'll admit that I'm wrong. The problem is you have to actually read the Bible to do this. So this is more of an in-house topic. This is not really meant for people who are not believers.
So now we've moved from her actually doing something to thought crimes now. That's an interesting move now. So Gman is, and this is interesting. This is an interesting move. He has made a criteria that you can actually use to prove that he's wrong. The difference is that he's now changed it. He's now changed his premise, because in his video, for some reason, even within the title, I say, Gman, you're not a Christian. The title wasn't Dragnot thinks that Gman is wrong. Jade isn't a homosexual. She's just confused. It wasn't anything even close to any one of those at all whatsoever. The entire video was dedicated to Gman, but for some reason, this man of genius level intellect somehow thought that I was taking it in a completely different direction. I'm not sure what exactly gave him that idea, other than him just making up shit again, but maybe he can inform me. But I find that this is very interesting, G-Man. You've now changed your rhetoric. Because before, and I can pull up the video's actually right here. It's still here. It's still on your channel, my man. Boom, let me show. Where is it? Where is it? Come on. Huh. Oh, this is one where you're upset here with Shadow Heathens. But here it is. This here, where I'm responding to you. That's weird. It's still up there, huh? So, if that's still up there, then we can actually show how your rhetoric has changed from here to here in less than a day. Oh, about a day, I should say. Strange, odd.
You need to prove that homosexuality is not a sin. And telling me that Jesus didn't talk about it ain't really helping your case much. You need to prove that that homosexuality is not a sin.
So it says, "Thou shalt not lie with a male, as with a woman is an abomination." Well, if she's not lying with anyone, how is she committing a sin exactly? Just like if you. Let's use another sin. I'm just as an example, G-Man. Just bear with me on this, okay? If the sin is murder, if you feel the urge to kill someone and don't act upon it, did you just commit a sin? Is that how that works? If you think about it, then that's the same thing as actually doing it. Is that how that works, G-Man? Because you just said this is an in-house issue, and you want someone to explain it. I need some clarification. So if she thinks about another woman in that manner, is that the sin, or is her actually, the whole practicing part? Is that the sin? I'm gonna need some clarification, because again, you've moved that goalpost now. So if we're talking about who's doing what and who's doing man, the burden's on you on that. Just to point that out. Because do you know that she's actively lusting after other women? Because the last time I checked, in the last video that I made, well, second to last video I made, I actually explained that she doesn't actually lust after other women. That's not her deal. That's not her thing. Again, if you actually talk to her, you'll find that out. So I'm not sure how you're trying to characterize somebody you don't understand. Maybe it's just that you're making shit up again. And that's probably why you've had to now change your position on this, because we pointed out that your half illiterate ass, entirely illiterate ass, doesn't understand what words mean. And you were kind of miffed as to why I was bringing that up. It was all pertinent. So Gman, if you just check this out. If you don't know what the words mean, then how are you understanding what people are saying? Just think about that for a second. Just think about that. If you don't know what it means, how are you then criticizing it? Just take that on board for a second. Let it marinate. Chew it up. Spit it out. Whatever you're going to do. But just think about that. If you didn't know what the word celibate meant, if you didn't understand the concept of actually practicing and doing something, then that's probably your fault, more than likely, since you're the one who fucking used the word. So wouldn't it be helpful to actually understand what someone's doing in their life if you're trying to criticize them for doing said thing? Maybe. And yeah, you're right. He does not know what he's saying. He has no idea. You don't know, G-Man. You have no idea. You honestly, and true, just take a step back for a second, because you were entirely incredulous to 13 Heathen's claim about you having an impact upon his son. That was completely based on what you thought, which what you think in reality tend to be at odds almost every single time. Besides that, you don't actually know if Jade is even gay. You don't know. She's told you, but you don't know. Do you? Do you have evidence, G-Man, that she actually is, other than her word? Because again, if we want to pull out, hey, look at it. It's an anecdote. She could be trolling you. You claim that anybody else who says something that you don't like is trolling you. Why is Jade trolling you, or is she telling you the truth? Okay, if she's telling you the truth, has she presented lesbian-like evidence in your direction somewhere? I mean, let's walk through this for a second. Let's really walk through this, because it's really funny how your incredulity, and you can look up that word later. I'll spell it and put it in the comments section. I'll put that in the comments section with a definition for you, so you can help sort that one out. But it's funny how your incredulity works. It's a weird kind of, I don't even know how to describe. Like your incredulity is like an amorphous fucking blob that you try and grab on every so often. Sometimes you can grab it, sometimes you can't. I don't know what it does. Does Tommy have to give it back to you after he shoved it up his ass? Like, how does this work with you? Because I'm genuinely curious. Because it seems like, well, what I think about other people might be the case, more than likely. It doesn't matter if I have evidence or not. It doesn't matter if anyone's presented me with anything. I'll just kind of believe whatever. It just doesn't matter. I'll just believe it. Or I'll just disbelieve it, just, for no other reason other than, well, I just want to disbelieve it. Well, fuck me running. Wow. Good job there, buddy. Good job thinking critically, G-Man. You deserve a round of applause and a free fucking kit to Hooked on Phonics. Because that is some piss poor behavior. Piss poor, my man. Piss poor.
That's the only argument you got that would suggest that, at least on the lesbian issue, that she would be a Christian. You see, I got the entire church, well, most of the church, backing me up on this. So I don't really believe you can find a scripture. But in the event, in that little teeny weeny, type of thing that I might be wrong, all I need you to do is actually to prove it to me with scripture. Like Martin Luther, you have to show me in scripture how homosexuality is not a sin. Because I can show you where it says verbatim and quite bluntly that it is. It is a...
Oh, verbatim, it talks about males. So if we're going to actually go like the black and white, the letters, it doesn't speak about women. Like, we can infer that it also means women, but I mean, you might, again, you with these words, you really need to sit down and understand what these words mean. If we're saying verbatim, and we're just reading the text at like on the surface level, it doesn't mention women. The only time it actually says women is to use an example of men laying with men like they would with a woman. In that case, the woman is no more than an object for the man to put something into. She's not an actual entity being or having agency or anything. She's just there. Okay? The emphasis is on the men lying with other men like he would a woman. It's just referencing women. It's not a directive about what. So again, if you're going to use these words, you might want to actually take some time to understand what they fucking mean. Just a teeny weeny, what do you say, weeny, little bitsy bitsy, whatever children say, minuscule motherfucker. Increase your fucking vocabulary. Just say minuscule, micro, something. My goodness, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Vile affection, that it is an abomination unto God. So, that will be the challenge. I'll be doing a video a little bit later in which the live chat can actually prove to me, or somebody can actually come into the room who actually.
So in order to have the live chat to prove something to you, Mr. Genius, you have to kind of like not block everybody. Most of the people who are in opposition to you are already blocked, including myself. And that actually includes on G+. So the people that you want to come into rooms, the people that you want to respond to you are fucking blocked, you fucking idiot. Do you not realize that when you behave like a 6-year-old, actually no, my 6-year-old behaved better than you. When you behave like a 4-year-old and you go on your blocking sprees and you become a petulant child, you start blocking people, carte blanche. So I don't know what you expect. Like everyone's supposed to make a sock account for each and every little fucking hissy fit that you throw. I'm sorry, I don't have Dragnot Gman threw a tantrum 6 and Dragnot Gman threw a tantrum 57. Like I'm not going to keep doing that. How about you grow some fucking nuts and stop fucking blocking people every time you get upset? That's just my suggestion. Notice that I don't block you even when you flip the fuck out. That's because I'm an actual fucking man. If you want to show off and try and show people on the internet how tough you are, you could probably not act like a bitch. I mean, that's probably the fastest way to prove to people that you're a man. You seem obsessed almost with proving to people that you are a big, strong man, which you're not, but if you want to start, this is just my suggestion from one man to a little boy, you should probably grow some thicker skin. This is something my mother taught me. A woman taught me, by the way, the ones with the vaginas, the ones that make people, you know, she taught me to have thick skin. She trained me to have thick skin. That's kind of like the first step to actually becoming the man that you think that you are. So, you should probably take that suggestion and do something with it if you're asking the community for input. You can't censor them and then ask them for input, you imbecile. What about that is confusing to you exactly? How does that not penetrate the hollow space that exists between your ears? Because I'm genuinely curious how you don't realize that when you don't hear anything, that's not because people are afraid, it's because you have them blocked. Because there are plenty of people who are responding to you. We're all in Skype groups, or we're all on mail.google.com in the messages in a giant chat talking. Or someone else has opened a hangout to laugh at your dumbass, and they're talking in that chat. So maybe, just maybe, you could probably rectify that. But again, that would require you to actually do something other than bitch, whine, moan, and complain, and then try and compare your masculinity to other people, which is hilarious.
He's biblically literate. I know from the atheist community you have Floyd, so you might want to get the dust off your phones and give him a call, because I haven't seen him in the community much, and get him to come on here and to prove that homosexuality is not a sin, because honestly he's the best hope for the atheist community. As far as Jade goes, Jade herself would have to come in here, since most of the Roman Catholics that I know on here, that's not really true. I shouldn't say they don't know much. Jade probably would be the best to bring in here.
There's actually quite a few. If you guys don't know, Jim is Roman Catholic. Max Hangs Out, who's actually has a degree in this topic. He might be a good choice too. There are several. How do I know? Isn't that weird, G-Man? How do I know more Catholics on here than you? And I'm the atheist. How does that work exactly? Again, I've not seen this video. This is my first time watching it. I watched like 10 seconds and I realized that he changed his position. So I said, this is funny. I'll do a live response to it. Why not? But how do I know more Catholics and understand their backgrounds better than you? Isn't that odd? Did you ever consider for a fact that you may not understand Catholicism as well as you think you may? I personally understand it, given that I was immersed in it for the first 10.
Yeah. Tell your mommy she knows better than that. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go. And I need to see some proof that homosexuality is not a sin. Because from where I'm standing, it's very much a sin. And anyone who practices it is going to end up in the same place with the double in it.
Here we go. What did he just say? Anyone who practices it. Interestingly, he went back to practicing. Let me play that again real quick.
I need to see some proof that homosexuality is not a sin. Because from where I'm standing, it's very much a sin. And anyone who practices it is going to end up in the same place.
What did I just fucking say? What is that, 2 minutes, 53 seconds? Let me go back to the beginning.
Video isn't going to be very long because I can't be on here that long. I got things in here I got to do. But a lot of people seem to be pretty upset about the video I made about Jade not being a Christian because she willfully and openly practices, she willfully...
See, there it is.
Is a lesbian and is a practicing Roman Catholic.
And a practicing Roman Catholic. But here, G, what happened between this is only not even 2 or 3 minutes. My goodness, you can't keep this shit consistent.
And anyone who practices it is going to end up in the same place with the devil and his angels. That's the lake of fire.
So, you just contradicted yourself. That G-Man, that wasn't even the span of 3 minutes. That can't even be 3 minutes. The video itself is barely 4 minutes long, and you contradicted yourself. So is it an issue because she has an attraction or the capability of having an attraction towards other women, or that she's actively practicing? Again, there's an action word there. There's a verb, practicing homosexuality. Which one is it? Because you seem not to be able to keep that consistent, because you slipped up here earlier and almost said it, and then just said, well, practicing Roman Catholic. Well, no, fuck. I expect religious people to practice their religion at some point in time in their life. They tend to do that. It's crazy fucking idea, right? Come on. Really.
All of eternity, if you don't repent, and that's not something I'm giggling about or happy about. I want people to repent from that sin, so that here we go right here. Jade is celibate and doesn't practice homosexuality. Okay, so this is what Jade needs to do, Oldsby Jack. I want you to pay attention now. She needs to make a video condemning homosexuality. She needs to remind everybody of the penalty for homosexuality and how nobody needs to practice it and how they need to be in a heterosexual relationship. She doesn't do it. She supports it. And if she was in a relationship, she would do it.
So wait, she needs to be in a heterosexual relationship. Now, I'm gonna make a comment about that in just a second. Because I'm about to go in. I'm about to go in. Let me let this finish.
You see, Jade isn't willing to do that. Jade is a semantic liar who needs to repent.
The fuck is a semantic liar? Did he just make up a phrase? Let me look that up. I'm gonna look that up, folks. Hold on. We're gonna see if G-Man's making up shit. Okay, so I put this in the Google machine for y'all. Here. So let me, bring that down a little bit. Okay, so I put in semantic liar, and I got the liar paradox. Semantic defectiveness in the liar. Wait, truth, the liar, and Tsarsky's semantics. Semantics in the liar paradox. Are you talking about the liar paradox, G-Man? Let's see if it fits. Liar paradox is an argument that arises at a contradiction by reasoning about a liar sentence. The classical liar sentence is the self-referential sentence. This sentence is false. I don't think G-Man's at that level yet where he actually understands what a paradox is. So It can't be that. So did you just make up something, G-Man? G-Man wouldn't make stuff up now, would he, folks? G-Man he wouldn't just produce a phrase out of words that he doesn't understand himself. He wouldn't actually do that now, would he? Of course not. No, he wouldn't actually just make up stuff. Maybe G-Man has a definition of whatever this semantic liar is that none of us understand. Maybe there's some type of esoteric definition, or maybe there's a G lexicon. That's it. There's a G lexicon that exists somewhere out in the aether or in the Netherland, or what are those places that don't exist? The Balkans or something. Like where exists this magical thing where G-Man makes up stuff with these magical definitions and these magical words that only he understands? Because evidently we're not on that level. That's funny.
Okay, so you know my conditions. You want the apology video? Get to work.
Oh, goody. So much wrong, so little time. So much wrong, so little time. So, let's take a walk. Boop. So, let me go out. So, that's a big ass spider. Okay. One of my favorite ratty t-shirts. Let me have a seat here. So. So, what was one of the last things that he said? Did y'all catch that? I probably should have played it again, actually, because it was so good. It was something that he's mentioned before, but it wasn't towards Jade. It was toward Bionic Dance, actually. Something along the lines of Bionic Dance, that is, needs to find herself a boyfriend, because that's the right thing to do. So, okay. Pot, meat, kettle. Look, we've been through this. We've already been through this before. I've said it in another video, in a different example, in a different context. But we've been through this before. Quit suggesting that people do things that you won't do and that you can't do. I've had an entire video about how someone who is barely literate, who is functionally illiterate, telling someone else to read, or telling someone else what they need to do before they start getting into any type of topics. I had an entire, it's somehow you still, but so let me make it painfully clear. If you aren't in a heterosexual relationship, don't tell anybody else to be in one. It's that simple. I didn't have to use profanity. I didn't have to drag it on. I didn't have to pack 50 sentences of fucking smug into that sentence. You are single and socially retarded. You don't have a mate. You are not in a relationship. How about you take your own fucking advice before you give it to someone else, unsolicited? What about that? See, now if I can say this because I've been in a committed relationship for quite some time now. I've actually produced spawn from it that I just fed fucking pizza rolls to. How about, and this is crazy, I know, bear with me. How about you focus on your romantic endeavors before you suggest someone change their sexual orientation, and then have it all culminate with a wonderful, committed, long-lasting relationship? How about you fucking do it first? I know. How could someone ever suggest something that they themselves have lived, they're currently living? Being able to talk the talk and walk the walk. Crazy idea. But G-Man, if you're going, and let me make this all about me, because I'm gonna stick my head up my own ass here. if you want to emulate me, say the things that I say, try and be me, try and pretend that you have a fraction of what it means to be someone like me, then that's one of the fundamental things that you probably should do, is walk the walk and talk the talk. Not just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk some fucking more. Because that's it. That's all there fucking is. Hell, even Shani acknowledges that's all you are is fucking talk. Hell, that's one of her defenses of you, is that you are just all talk. So, why is it that Jade should stop doing what she's doing, which is terrible, by the way, reading books, feeding chickens, and participating in these discussions, and actually providing information to people free of charge. Terrible, terrible shit, I know. I'm wearing comfortable shoes. Why should she change what she's doing in her practicing celibate, non-celibate lifestyle of a lesbian? Throw some fucking U-Haul sauce on it. Like, why should she fucking change that? Because you, for some reason over here, want her to live this idyllic lifestyle that you deem perfect for what she's doing with her fucking life. But yet, you yourself aren't living that. Help me understand that. Because if I'm going to encourage people to go work out, well, I have a fucking weight vest in there. That's what I fucking do. If I encourage people to go seek mental health, guess who I just got done seeing today? And every fucking week. If I'm encouraging people to go to school and increase their knowledge, guess what I spend 90% of my time fucking doing? The things that I suggest to people, I have either done for quite some time or actively doing. More than likely, actively doing. If you're going to put yourself out there and stick your nose into people's fucking business and start suggesting that they live a particular way, then you might, again, crazy idea, you might want to do it yourself. I mean, is that so controversial? Is that is there a Mrs. Semi-Illiterate? Like, is there a Mrs. A Mrs. Less? Not a Mrs. More, Mrs. Less. Is where? I don't see. She? Where is she? Where is she? Is she? Hello? Is she? She in here? Where's she at? Where's your female? Where's your committed relationship? Where? Where is it? Where is it, Gman? So, I find it really weird when people do shit like that. And to some degree it bugs me, because it's like, why should you be held to a different standard than the people that you're trying to criticize or chastise? Why is that? Why and how exactly are you in this weird realm where you get to just lambaste whoever it is that you deem necessary to lambaste at this particular point in time? But you are going to recommend certain things that you're not doing. Explain. You can ignore the first 30 minutes of this entire video, because I know there's only so much that you can take hearing yourself and then hearing me correct you. But if it's only the last few minutes, and it's a simple question, it's a very, very simple question, and I'll end the video on this, is that why should Jade do something that you aren't doing? I'm not disagreeing with your point. I'm not agreeing with your point. I'll be fucking Switzerland on it. But if we're going to bite, if we're going to say, you know what, let's try and take Gman on for a minute. Let's take on board what he's saying. Well, Gman himself isn't living this. And even spoke about it. So, what's the problem? I I mean, if it's that easy, if you could just suggest that she change her sexual orientation, she just wake up, fall down a flight of stairs, and say, you know what, I like penis today. I think I'm gonna go out and get me one of those. If it's that easy, then it should be doubly easy to go find you a mate. If it's that easy, which I'm pretty sure it's not. Trust me, I have a gay little brother. Ain't shit making him straight. I like him like he is. He's my brother. My gay fat brother. I care that he's happy. I care that he's safe. Ain't shit more I can ask for. So, how about we pump the brakes on that a bit? Until you get your romantic situation under control, G-Man, how about you stop suggesting that? How you doing? Until you get your situation under control, quit telling Jade what she needs to do. Okay? Because it seems every time you try and tell her to do something, or tell anybody else to do anything, it almost always relates to some type of deficiency that you have. It's like telling someone else to go read when you're barely literate. Trying to call out someone else for being feminine when you have the physique of a 13-year-old girl. And now trying to tell Jade to go find herself a man when Tommy's had better luck with that than like come on. So let's stop with the nonsense, because I'm just gonna call you out. GTV, everybody.